It is very possible to actually raise money for your business by having a partner, somebody who shares your vision, who shares your goals, who loves what you do, and can be a team player as well. There's huge advantages having a business partner because they bring in new skills, they become a co-laborer with you in the business. They become a companion, somebody you can bounce ideas with, somebody who is passionate about where the business is going and is willing to not only invest their labor but their hard-earned cash. They could be bringing in a position where you can share risks together. You share the burdens of the business. Of course, you share profits as well. And that, in addition to the money, the other things I've mentioned are huge benefits of having a partner. But one particular drawback is that if the relationship fails, it tends to affect the business. So what you want to do straight off is to secure the business interest by having what's called a partnership agreement, or just an agreement between the two of you, so that everybody knows where you are singing from, so that you can make sure you're singing from the same hymn book, as it said. You might want to, in that agreement, you should have things like your working hours, the duties of each partner, the ownership of the business, who actually owns majority, tax issues, how you're going to decide to share the profits and losses, what happens if a partner leaves, and things like holidays and next of kin and all the kind of things that would protect you and protect the business, like buying out the partner, selling your part of the business, and those kind of issues are very relevant. Actually, what I've done is to include a checklist of questions to ask in the resources section if you're going to have a partner working in your business. Of course, I need to remind you that there are two types of partnerships. There could be a partner who is a sleeping partner, which means they're not really involved in the day-to-day running of the business, but they share some of the risks and profits of the business. And there's an active partner, which is somebody who is involved in the day-to-day running of the business. And you need to choose that kind of person very carefully, especially if problem arises, because you might have considered that person not to have been of a good character. So you need to choose carefully when you're thinking about partnership. But partnerships are a sure way for you to actually raise money for your business, and you should look into that. So the next question, therefore, is how do I find a partner? Well, how long is a piece of string, as they say? But no, to be honest, there are no hard and fast rules or ways of finding partners. Some partners are met when you're at school, when you're at college, you go on a course together. You can meet a partner. The safest way, if you are not going to meet the partner directly, is to have a partner who has been referred to you as a suitable candidate to your business. Friends can sometimes turn out to be good partners. People you meet in network meetings. You might want to advertise on some business forums. That could generate a good partner, but you got to be careful, because then you don't really know the person, so you're going to test them first. And online, of course, could be a good way on those forums. So those are some of the ways that you can actually find business partners, but be careful that you choose the right person. So let me recap on what I've said. Partnerships could be a good way, especially if you are the kind of person that doesn't like working alone. Definitely having somebody inject cash into your business as well as work with you could definitely be a good way. So to recap, partnership could be a good way to inject cash into your business. It could also mean that you're sharing the burdens and the risks and the profits, of course, associated with the business. So partnerships could be a very good thing, and it works well for some people. That could be the way forward for you to raise the money that you need for your business.